Victor Wanyama.
What a goal! What a strike that was from Wanyama!
A name that once echoed with immense promise in the world of football, particularly for Kenyan fans.
Nairobi's finest, Victor Wanyama.
From playing for European giants like Celtic and Tottenham Hotspur to becoming a key figure in the midfield, his rise was meteoric. But somewhere along the way, things took a turn. What happened to Victor Wanyama?
And so is Wanyama!
The once promising Kenyan star. Why didn't he achieve the greatness that many predicted? Today, we dive deep into the rise, the challenges, and the eventual decline of Wanyama's career, both at the club and international level.
Crunching header from Victor Wanyama.
Victor Wanyama's journey began in the streets of Nairobi, Kenya, where his talent was apparent from a young age. He soon moved to Beerschot AC in Belgium in 2010, before his big break in Celtic FC in 2011. His time at Celtic was a dream, where he showcased his talent in European competitions. One of his most memorable moments came in a 2-1 victory over Barcelona in the UEFA Champions League in 2012, where Wanyama's dominance in midfield was clear. His time at Celtic earned him a move to Southampton FC in 2013 for a reported £12.5 million, making him the most expensive Kenyan footballer at the time. His performances in the Premier League were solid, and in 2016, after impressing on the South Coast, he made a move to Tottenham Hotspur for a fee of around £11 million. This was a step up, as Spurs were becoming a powerhouse under manager Mauricio Pochettino. At Tottenham, Wanyama quickly became an integral part of the team. He was known for his powerful, no-nonsense style of play in the heart of midfield, playing alongside Moussa Dembélé. Together, they formed one of the most effective midfield partnerships in the Premier League, helping Spurs reach new heights. Wanyama's physicality and leadership made him a fixture in the Spurs starting 11, and his contributions in the Premier League, as well as in the UEFA Champions League, were critical. One of his standout performances was against Real Madrid in the 2017 to 2018 Champions League, where he put in a dominant display. However, as with many players, injury troubles began to creep in. Despite his early success, Wanyama's career began to unravel due to injuries. A knee problem that began in 2017 saw him sidelined for extended periods, limiting his playing time. After multiple surgeries and failed recovery attempts, he struggled to regain his place in the starting lineup. His struggles were compounded by the rise of newer players at Spurs, such as Moussa Sissoko and the signing of Tanguy Ndombele, who became more suited to the tactical evolution under Pochettino and later, Jose Mourinho. Wanyama's injury woes were a big blow to his career. At one point, he revealed his frustration, saying, "When I came back from injury, I didn't get enough chances to play and enjoy my football." His time at Spurs became increasingly limited. In 2019, after struggling to break into the Tottenham lineup, Wanyama moved to Montreal Impact in MLS for an undisclosed fee, believed to be in the range of $3.5 million. This marked a new chapter in his career, but the transition to MLS was not without its own challenges. While the level of competition in MLS was not as intense as in the Premier League, Wanyama still managed to make an impact, bringing his leadership and experience to Montreal. However, his performances were often inconsistent, and some fans felt that he never truly found his best form in North America. Another chapter in Wanyama's career that raised eyebrows was his decision to step away from the Kenyan national team, Harambee Stars. In 2021, Wanyama made the difficult decision to announce that he would no longer play for the national team, effectively retiring from international football at just 30 years old. The reasons behind his decision were multifaceted. Firstly, Wanyama cited disorganization and lack of support within the national team setup. He expressed frustration with the lack of proper infrastructure and the chaotic nature of the national team's management. This was particularly evident during the team's struggles in the African Cup of Nations and World Cup qualifiers. Additionally, Wanyama's physical struggles with injuries meant that he couldn't give his all for the national team anymore. He admitted that it was difficult to play at his best level for both his club and country due to the toll injuries had taken on his body. Looking back at Wanyama's career, it's clear that several factors contributed to his decline. Injuries were undoubtedly the biggest hurdle. The knee problem that persisted for years ultimately hampered his performances and sidelined him for critical moments in his career. At the same time, football evolved. The demand for more mobile, technical midfielders meant that Wanyama's physical, no-frills style didn't always fit the modern game. Furthermore, the fierce competition at top clubs like Tottenham meant that even when healthy, Wanyama struggled to maintain a regular spot. His departure to Montreal Impact was a chance to prolong his career, but it was also a step away from the spotlight. Victor Wanyama's journey in football is one of highs and lows. There's no question that at his peak, he was one of Africa's top midfielders. From his dominant displays in the Scottish Premiership with Celtic to his pivotal role at Tottenham, Wanyama had the potential to be a regular star on the world stage. But injuries, tactical changes, and internal frustrations ultimately shaped his career path. While his international career with Harambee Stars came to a premature end, his legacy as a trailblazer for Kenyan footballers in Europe remains intact. What could have been? Perhaps we'll never know. But one thing is for sure, Victor Wanyama will always be remembered as one of Kenya's greatest footballing talents.